Okay guys, now let's get started on our rolls. So our vegetables, stir-fried vegetables are done. The chicken is in the oven, and what I'm gonna do is put a little oil in this pan for our rolls, right? Not too much. You can use avocado oil or olive oil. It's up to you. And this one. Now, if I wasn't using an aluminum pan, I would put parchment paper down. Look at this. Look how much this has doubled in size. I hope I didn't use too much yeast. I followed the recipe. It said 1.5 tablespoons of yeast. And so what you want to do is punch it down. Woo, yes. And it is kind of sticky, so you do want to have your flour ready, because now what we're going to do, I want to get it out of your bowl. Look at that. See how it's pulling away nicely? And so what we want to do is roll them into little biscuit rolls. And oh gosh, you know what? I should have had my scale. I have a scale to weigh it out so that they all can be kind of like the same size. But since I don't feel like getting my scale out right now, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm going to eyeball this whole thing. Look at this. That's pretty. Give it a little slack. I gave it a little slap. Look, let's cut. Ooh. Yep, got your bench scraper. And we should get about 12 to 14 rolls. What I'm gonna do is roll like this, right? Stretch and roll. That's 1, 2, 3. I might need another pan. 4. Look, it's 5, 6. I can tell this one has too much in it already, so I'm gonna take from here and put here. And so what you want to do, now I have on a paper plate a stick of butter, because what I'm going to do is cut a slice of butter and stick it in the middle of each roll. And so what I'm doing is, watch, just taking the heel of my hand and stretching the roll out a little bit. You can kind of have your butter already prepared and ready. Taking some butter and, I know you can't see that part, putting it in there. See that? Putting the butter in there and closing it in, just like that. Making it a little ball like this and putting it in here. Because see, these are gonna have to rest anyway for another 30 minutes before you put them in the oven. And so that's what I'm gonna do with the rest of these. I'm taking a piece of butter, putting it in here, and you don't need this much butter. It's up to you. And I'm closing it, closing it in here, closing the butter in. Now this roll is gonna be big, I can tell, because it's a lot of dough, and I don't want it that. Because you want them all to cook evenly. And then we're gonna put that one right there. I'm not gonna make them that big anymore, so let's, and I'm gonna keep doing that. And guess what? I'll come back to you with the finished, well, I'll come back to you when the rolls are done. And I can tell you I'm gonna need another pan. But this is not a doubled recipe. So this is the second roll log that I'm working on now. And I have just cutting these into pieces. And what I'm doing once again is I'm just taking them and just patting them out a little bit like this. Taking a little bit of margarine, no, oh gosh, not margarine, a little bit of butter, putting it in there in the center and closing it inside of the dough, of the bread roll dough, yeasty roll. And it's like that, and then I close it. Guess what? And so that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I can get about, because these are big, if you leave them like this, they're too big. So we're gonna say I can get about, that's 9, probably 9 more. So I'll come back to you. Let me get another pan. Now for this pan, because it's one of these pans, I'm gonna put down some parchment paper in the bottom. Parchment paper helps produce stick, the rolls not to stick, and that's pretty good too. And do it just like that. And now let's get to rolling. And I have these ones over here wrapped in, covered with saran wrap, because they have to rise for another 30 minutes. And then after that, I'm gonna check on the chicken. Look. And roll. Close it in. Press down. Take a little stick. Stick it in. Close it in. And put it in. Guess what? I'll come back to you when it's done. Now guess what? This is the second batch. And I'm gonna covering this now with the saran wrap that's trying to cling to everything but the pan. And that's okay, we're gonna get her together real quick. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let me get another piece. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's let these rise. I don't like the fact that it's not tight enough, but I don't want to overwrap it either. Can you overwrap something? Look at this. Look at this, y'all. That's okay. Guess what? That's good. We're going to let this sit, rise for 30 minutes. Now, what I'm going to prepare is, that chicken is smelling so good, and we're going to check on that chicken. In this bowl, I have 1 egg. When I'm ready to put the rolls in the oven, I'm going to do an egg wash first, which I'm going to crack this egg into this bowl. And you can add a little bit of, you can add some warm water, or you can add warm milk to it and just brush it over your eggs, your rolls, and stick it in the oven. And you're going to let them cook for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they are nice and brown. Just make sure that they're done inside. So this is the butter that I'm using. This is really good butter. I don't find anything wrong with it, but if you don't have that butter, you can use whatever butter you have available or whatever butter you can find in your store. I have a stick here, and then I have a quarter here. I don't need all of this, but I am going to melt a good amount of this butter in the microwave. And after the rolls come out of the oven, I'm going to pour the butter over the rolls. And when I tell you, whew, that's going to be a buttery sensation right there. It's going to be a buttery sensation. That chicken is smelling so good. So let's take a look at it and see what it's looking like. Okay. If I didn't show you before, this is the flour that I use for the rolls. All-purpose flour, and I use King Arthur brand. You can use whatever brand you have, but I like to use all-purpose flour, and I like this brand. Let's take a look at this chicken. I know it's not done. I just want to look at it. It is, the time now is 1:31, so I put it in. What time did I put it in? I put it in at 12. Yeah. So now it's almost done. You can tell she is spread out, and she smells so good. I'm gonna let her cook uncovered now. She is spread eagle in that oven. So we're gonna let her cook uncovered. It's 1:31. I'm gonna check her again at 2:15. And our rolls are already doubling in size again. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wash up some of these dishes, which is not a lot, just a bowl and my bench scraper. And I'm gonna get my egg wash ready. Oh, I also have my pastry brush. For a long while, I did not have a pastry brush, and now I have one. So let's get our egg wash made. This is my egg wash, and it's just an egg with some warm water added to it. I'm gonna just mix this for a few seconds, set it to the side, and it'll be ready to brush over my rolls before I put my rolls in the oven. Once again, please consider subscribing to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. My name is Bettina. Don't have a real Bettina at home name or anything like that. My little sister was like cooking in Bettina's kitchen or something like that. But consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And we can explore together with more recipes and more things to cook. And when I tell you that chicken smells really, really good, I can't even really explain. But with the amount of garlic that I had in there, it's gonna be a nice roasted or oven baked garlic chicken. I'll come back to you in a minute.